I'm interviewing you.
Hey guys, I'm Steve Strangio hanging out here at the Long Island International Film Expo. We're talking to filmmakers, and I got a filmmaker right here. I'm going to have her introduce herself. Go for it.
I'm Sophie Nobler.
And tell us about your project.
My project, Pestle, is about a young girl who gets caught up with her friends. They're trying to kill a fish.
That happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she eventually leaves them and runs home, and she gets home when her parents are having a big fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna guess,
is this violent?
Is it quirky violent? Is it a comedy? Is it a
It's
satire?
not a comedy.
So
it's actually not a comedy. But I
Okay.
usually make comedies. But it's pretty slice of life. It's
Okay.
pretty realistic. Actually, I wrote this because during the beginning of COVID,
Yeah.
I was on a beach where I shot it,
Gotcha.
and there obviously weren't a lot of people around. It was very early on in the pandemic,
Yeah.
and I was with my best friend who's a teacher, and there were a couple teenagers standing at the edge of the ocean throwing rocks into the ocean, and it became clear that they were trying to kill a fish, and it was really weird.
It's like really extreme fishing in a way.
It's really extreme
Yeah.
fishing. It was also
A little psychotic.
weird because
Yeah.
a little psychotic.
A little psychotic.
It also was
Yeah.
such a weird state of the world, and then that was
Everybody- yeah,
happening,
yeah,
and it was really bizarre.
And we're angry at these fish.
Yeah, they were taking it out on the fish. Yeah.
Swimming, having a good time. Now they're getting rocks thrown at them because of COVID.
Yeah, the fish was not involved in the
The fish
pandemic.
is like, what did
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
The fish had a mask and everything.
Yeah, the fish had a mask. Yeah, it was and they were really determined.
Wow.
And my friend who's a teacher, she eventually she stopped them, actually.
Okay.
I was like, we shouldn't get involved, but she stopped them.
That's pretty extreme for her,
It was really
Yeah.
creepy. Yeah, and there were a couple people who did walk by who didn't say anything. It is kind of what do you say? Do you stop that from
Well,
happening?
I got to know. I mean, aside from, I don't want to obviously give away what happens in
Yeah.
the film, but in the real life, how did they react to her?
It was very weird,
Yeah.
actually. They were scared at
Okay.
first.
Yeah.
It was 2 girls and 2 boys.
Yeah.
A couple of the girls left. And the boys stayed, and actually they started acting remorseful. They started
Wow.
being oh, it's okay, wanting, feeling bad. It was really
Wow.
weird. Yeah.
Wow.
It was
And
really
it
weird.
sounds like a really surreal moment.
It was. So then that's what gave me the impetus.
They get inspiration to make.
Yeah.
Now you say you've done comedy in the past. Now
Yeah.
this is. Would you call this a thriller? Or would you call it
It's a little bit of a
thriller, kind of a heavy
little bit.
drama?
It's quite short.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
But yeah, it's more a drama, straight drama.
Now, I've been involved in comedies myself,
Oh,
and
okay.
I think what a lot of people
I
don't
can
understand.
tell.
Well, thank you very much. I think people don't understand that comedians, people who love comedy, there is a dramatic side to them because a lot of comedy, in reality,
truth
comes
in
from
comedy.
truth in comedy. And whenever somebody makes a joke, they're really telling you the truth, but they're giving it the chocolate coating for make it go
Yes.
down better.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's a lot of it.
That's the harsh reality of that.
And is that, do
Yeah.
you feel the need to express yourself and take a step outside of comedy? Is that why you felt you need to do this?
I don't know if it's a need. It's sort of I think I'm accidentally funny. I'm not trying to be. Oftentimes when I tell
That's when you're
people
funniest, yeah.
that the synopsis of my film, they're like, oh, is that a comedy? Because it is kind of weird.
There you go. Yeah.
No, but I'm really into being truthful. So sometimes that is just funny.
And sometimes life literally is just funny.
Yeah.
You're not laughing at it when it's happening to you, but it's funny in real life. And the best
Yeah.
advice I ever got was, you can be your funniest when you're not trying to be funny.
I think that's great advice.
There you go.
yeah.
So what's been your experience in the expo so far?
So I just got here today,
Okay, yeah.
just a little while ago. It was very lovely. We're at this I guess these are a lot of DPs.
Yeah,
and
they're
I
doing their
just
thing right now, yeah.
spoke to a few, and it's so cool seeing all their equipment that they have, and they brought it here, and all these people have very cool, older cameras,
Yeah.
older than I expected.
Well, we got the younger generations and the older generations mixing, so that works out pretty nicely, yeah.
Yes, but the equipment that they have is
yeah.
a lot of vintage camera equipment. It's really cool.
What's your approach when you want to network with somebody? Do you just kind of like admire their work first and then just kind of like ease into it? And
I would
or
love
do you like throw
advice.
rocks at them? Is that?
I think it's more of that. Yeah.
Okay. I want to learn from you.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of more of that. Yeah, it's not very delicate. Yeah.
You gotta get what you need.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So tell us once again your name and the name of your project.
Sophie Nobler, and my film is Pestle.
All right, check it out. I'm Steve Strangio, Long Island International Film Expo.